Hey guys, welcome back. Today I thought I would share with you all my favorite makeup look that I have been wearing right now in summer. This is going to be my bronzed goddess makeup look, and I'm going to be using all drugstore products for you guys today. You guys know how much I love affordable makeup, so I'm going to show you guys how you can get this look. Now I know I'm not like the most tan, like self-tanned person ever, so this isn't like, I mean for me it's really bronzy, but for other people they might be like, okay, you're not very bronzed. So if you are also fair like me but also want to look bronzed and glowy for summer, I think you will really enjoy this tutorial. If you are new and if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Subscribe to my channel, and if you are subscribed, make sure that you click the bell, that you turn on your notifications. That car was so loud. So you will know as soon as I post a new video, so you won't miss any from me. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into this tutorial. Hey guys, good morning. I'm just having my coffee and getting ready for work. And first I'm just gonna be applying my face products. What is this stuff called? My skincare. Today I'm gonna be applying my skincare products first, and you guys know the drill on this. I'm just gonna use my Ultra Repair face moisturizer. So I'm just gonna apply that, and then after that I'm gonna apply my sunscreen, which I use this Biore UV Aqua Rich Watery Essence in SPF 50+. So I will have both of those linked down below, as well as all the products I'm using today. So if you need to remember something I was using, just check that out down there. This step, sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. Like yesterday when I did this makeup look, I didn't do this step. So this is what I would recommend. If you are dry and you want your skin to look dewy and glowy, use this product. If you would rather your skin look a little bit more matte, then skip this. Or if you have oily skin and you don't want your skin to look dewy, don't use this. But this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Primer, and I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this. It's just an illuminating primer that's going to help to make your foundation look a little bit more glowy and dewy, and I really enjoy this so much. So just gonna put that all over my face. And I think I might turn the lighting down. I can't decide. It's always so hard for me to tell with the lighting what looks better. So I guess let me know if you liked my lighting better a second ago or if you like it better now, because it's so hard for me to tell with videos, especially with this little viewfinder thing. So you guys are gonna have to let me know. So maybe I'll just try to remember what it looks like in the viewfinder, what you guys like. Right now, I'm liking this Revlon Candid Concealer. This is the Photo Ready Candid, and my shade is in vanilla. What was I even gonna say? I don't know, but my shade's in vanilla. And I like this because this concealer is more lightweight and has just slightly a little bit of a luminous finish, or like a dewy finish to it. Now, if you need a super full coverage like concealer, don't recommend this. So, you know, just use whatever you're gonna need. This is, like I said, more light coverage. So if you don't have dark under eye circles, you know, this is a good one. And I like the shade of this. It's a little bit more on the pink side. And I'm also just putting this concealer like in the center of my face, because for me, I'm gonna be using the Physicians Formula Mineral Foundation today. So I find that I need just slightly a little extra coverage around in that area when I use that product, because that product is more of a light coverage with a buildable medium. Like it's not gonna be super, it's definitely not a super full coverage foundation. It's definitely more lightweight. So if you have anything that you are seriously needing to cover up, I don't recommend that, but for a lightweight like summertime foundation, it's good. So I'm just blending out that concealer with my Wet n Wild makeup sponge, and this thing is starting to break down and I need to either order or try to go find a new one. I got this one at Target, so maybe I need to go back to Target, but I've had some of you guys tell me that Walmart sells them too, but I haven't really noticed at my Walmart if they sell them or not. So yeah, but I need to pick up some new ones. Maybe I'll just do like a an online Wet n Wild order and like order some of this and a bunch of those sponges. Okay. Now with the foundation, and I showed you guys this in my other video where I use this foundation, but you just need a large flat surface to apply this. So even if you had like a different lid for like a powder, you could use that as well. Just something like that, because the way that this product is designed, it's hard to get a kabuki brush in this lid. It's too small. I never understand why mineral foundations, at least the drugstore ones, come, not all of them, but the L'Oreal one is also like this, which I've told you guys that in my last video where I used this. Okay, so I got some dumped into the lid there. And then I'm just using my e.l.f. kabuki brush. You could also use like the Wet n Wild kabuki brush. And then I just buff this in. And I mostly focus it on the other areas where I didn't apply the concealer at first, just so I can build those areas up to like the same coverage as the concealer areas. And I also have a lovely little zit on the end of my nose. So just buff it in. But yeah, I've really been enjoying this foundation for summer. It's just really lightweight. Now, if you have oily skin, I really don't know how this would perform. But if you are normal to dry, I think you will really like this foundation if you like a more lightweight, but at the same time long wearing foundation. Now I'm kind of going in the center of my face where I put the concealer. In some ways, I kind of want to go back and get the lighter one in this mineral makeup so I can use it kind of like in the center of my face a little more. But with it being summer, I'm probably going to start to get a little bit more color because like yesterday I went to the pool. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I got a little bit of sun. So yeah, I mean, I wore sunscreen. So, well, at least like the first like 15-20 minutes I didn't have sunscreen on, but then I put sunscreen on, so I think that's where I got a little bit of color from not having the sunscreen on at first. And I mean, I really feel like with this product you can really go ham with it and really apply a lot of it and it looks fine. But that's why I liked to use that Wet n Wild Dewy Primer underneath, because it does give this a little bit more of a glow. And at the end I will mist my face with the makeup setting spray to make it not look powdery or anything. And then you could set your under eye concealer if you would like. I'm going to skip that step today. And then I'm going to go ahead and move on to the rest of my face. So with this Bronzed Goddess makeup tutorial, now I'm not like super bronzed, as you can see. Like I don't have a bunch of self-tanner on, and you know, I'm pretty fair, so minus like the sun that I got yesterday. So I mean, this isn't going to be like super duper bronzy. I mean, it is gonna be for, you know, more fair skin, but you guys feel me. So first I'm just gonna go in with several different bronzers, and also I'm gonna go ahead and prime. Well, when I did this look yesterday, I kind of went back and forth between my face and eyes, but since you guys like to see me zoomed in for the eyes, maybe I'll just do the face first and then I'll come back and do the eyes, because I know you guys like that. So okay, so I'm just gonna go in first with the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It. And I like this bronzer because it has a little bit of a glow to it, like a little bit of a luminous finish. And so since I'm wanting to look glowy and bronzed, that's why I wanna go in with this one first. So just kinda contour with it slightly. And I'm just using my Morphe M530 brush. And then I'm going to go in with my Morphe R2 and blend that up around my hairline. Yeah, I find that when I want like a super bronzed glow, I like to go in like steps with different bronzers to make the bronze more intense and more like dimensional. So I think it's another reason too why I like to go in with a glowy bronzer first whenever I do this, because it helps to give it more like depth and more dimension. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit of that bronzer on my nose and also on my neck, because my neck is very pale and it needs to be like bronzed up to help match the rest of my face. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with my Milani Silky Matte Bronzer in Sunkissed. And this, I've showed you guys this before, but these are basically like the same sort of tone. They're very neutral bronzers. And the reason why I'm going in with this matte one now is because it's slightly a little darker and it's gonna create a little bit more of a contour. So I'm just going back in with the same brush with this bronzer. Just put in it basically in the same area. I'm gonna take a little bit of this down the sides of my nose. And also take some of this up around my hairline. And then I'm also going to take some of this on my jawline and down on my neck. Okay, and then the last bronzing type product I'm going to use is this NYX blush in Taupe. This is going to be my actual contour. And then I'm just going to use my Real Technique sculpting brush. Just get a little bit of this on this brush and just lightly kind of go like this. And I'm going to take some of this down the sides of my nose. And I will go back and blend because I know it probably looks a little strong right now. And then take some of this up at the hairline. And then I'm going to go back with this brush first, nothing added to it. And just kind of go over that. And then I'm going to grab some of this on this brush and put it up here at the hairline. Because sometimes with the sculpting brush, it's like too precise to put it up there. And I'm just gonna kind of blend that out. And I hope you can see how that kind of gives it like a more dimensional type of bronzed look. And like, even though it's like pretty bronzed up, like it still looks wearable on me, even though I'm more on the fair side right now. So if you're fair like me, but still want that bronzy glow, that's what I've been doing. Okay. And then for my blush, like you could go so many different ways with this depending on what looks best on you for a bronzed glow. But I have found with me, I think when I wear like a pinky type of blush, it looks, I mean, I wouldn't say it looks the most natural, but I like the way it looks with the bronze. So I'm going to use this Flower Beauty Flower Pots blush in Wild Rose. And this is a pretty good dupe to this Milani blush that I used to use all the time. And I'm still going to use this because this is one of my favorite blushes, even though they don't make it anymore. But this is in Delicioso, is that right? Delicioso pink. And it's just like a matte bubblegum pink. But this is a pretty close dupe to it. So if you liked that blush, but you know, couldn't find it, you can get this one. And I just apply this like on the apples of my cheeks. Take it back. I really focus it like right in there. And like, see how whenever I get like a little bit pinky or like a little bit of like that reddish color when I first, you know, start to get a little bit of color, I feel like this blush kind of duplicates that for like my cheeks. So that's why I feel like it looks more natural for me, even though this isn't like a natural colored blush. And then for the highlight, depending on what looks best for you, you could go golden. I absolutely love this one. It's so pretty. I mean, if you're more fair than me, this is gonna be too golden, but I used this the other day and oh my gosh, it was so pretty. I haven't been using this. I've been using more of like a white or cream colored highlight. So, I mean, since this is a drugstore tutorial, I'm going to use some other stuff, but I'm going to show you what I also really like to use. This isn't drugstore though, but the Laura Mercier and Baked Highlight 01. Like, if you love a highlight that looks natural, like that makes your skin almost look wet and glowy, doesn't emphasize texture, is like a good buildable highlight where you could apply a little bit of it and it just looks natural, or you can really go in and apply several layers of it and it still looks good, but it looks intense. This highlight is just so pretty. I know that this is expensive. It's a high-end not blush, but highlight. But it's so worth it if you could get this at one of the VIB sales. And there's a lot of product here, so it's gonna last you forever. Like, I've had this for so long, and I mean, it's barely losing the dome. So, but I'm gonna use a different product. I know that the Essence Pure Nude Highlight is a pretty good dupe for it, but this one for me, I mean, the way it works is similar, but the tone of it is more like flesh tone, so it doesn't quite give me the exact same effect that I want. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, this is darker than this, and I need something and want something lighter. So I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Baked Highlight in Moonlight Pearls, and this is a pretty comparable product. I mean, it's more intense. And I guess if you have a little bit more texture on your skin, it can emphasize. That's what it looks like there swatched. So this is a little bit more pink. But I'm going to go in with a little sponge to apply this to make it more intense. And I'm just using my dampened Real Techniques Mini Miracle Complexion Sponge. And I'm just going to apply that right on the high points of my cheekbones. And I'm also going to go back with a brush to kind of blend it out a little bit. I just like to go in with a sponge with this product because since it is a baked product, it's just going to make it more intense. And I really want that intense glow. And then I'm going to add a little bit more of it right here to my Cupid's bow, to my nose, like up the center of my face. And I'm going to go back with just a little bit of blush just to blend. And it kind of took the intensity of the blush away just a little bit. And then you could always like check with the mirror from the side to make sure things are blended well. Because like sometimes it's hard to see when you're looking like straight on, or even when you turn your head to the side a little bit. Okay, and then for my lips, I've really been enjoying this. This is the Wet n Wild Partner Up Lip Balm Stick. This was from the Pump collection, which I know is a limited edition collection. I think they still have these on their website, so I'll link it down below. But it's just a balm that has a little bit of color. So maybe like the Maybelline Baby Lips, it's kind of similar. But I really feel like these are so much more moisturizing than the Maybelline Baby Lips. Like, they feel more comfortable on your lips. And they just give your lips like a sheer like wash of color, which I really like when I'm doing a look like this. But you know, if you wanted to go more bold, you could definitely use a bright colored lipstick. You could do whatever kind of lipstick you want to with this look, honestly. But I really like how this pairs with the cheeks, and you know, if you were really out and about doing stuff and it was hot and you just didn't really want to fool with your lipstick, this is a really nice product. For my brows, all I have been doing is just using a brow gel. So I'm just going to use my Essence Make Me Brow So whatever brow gel you like to use, just use that. But this is my favorite, or I guess I should say one of my favorite drugstore eyeshadow, eyebrow gels, like tinted eyebrow gels. And I just kind of fluff the front of them up a little more. And I got a little bit of it on my skin. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids. And I'm just using my Catrice eyeshadow base. If you can't find this, because I know this was discontinued, you can use the CoverGirl Lid Lockup, which is very comparable to this, and the Wet n Wild Photo Focus eyeshadow primer. So either one of those are great. Those are like my favorites. I'm just trying to use this Catrice one up. I probably need to use the Wet n Wild one up before this one, but I like how that one has a wand. It makes it less messy. That's the only thing with the Wet n Wild one. But then again, it's like with the Wet n Wild one, it's in like in a squeezy tube, so you can get every little last bit out of it. So I don't know. They have their, I guess, pros and cons. All right, now I'm gonna zoom y'all in so you can see what I'm doing for this part. We're gonna kind of do the same thing with the bronzers that I did on my face to my eyes. So first I'm going to go in with my L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It. And honestly, in the summertime when I'm trying to just do a quick makeup look, I love using my bronzers for my eyeshadows. It's just like one of my favorite things to do. It's just quick and easy, and it looks really nice with the makeup. So like for a summertime like bronzy makeup. And I'm just blending that out with my Morphe M513. So I'm focusing it more on like the outer V sort of area. I mean, I do take it in here, but I don't really focus it on this inner part of my eye that much. Just so it helps to like bring, you know, your eye shape up. So, and like when I'm in a hurry, I just really just slap it everywhere. I mean, it doesn't have to be like a super precise look. This is a little bit more, you know, kind of smoky. So it doesn't have to be super precise, but I do focus it more in the outer V sort of area. I feel like this left eye is so watery today. I'm not sure what's up with it. I guess it's having some allergies. Oh, dang. I knew that was going to happen. My lid finally broke off of this. That's the only bad thing with me and like drugstore products. It's like after a while they just fall apart. Especially when it gets to that point where I've like hit pan and have opened it up so many times. It's like it just wears the hinge off. So I'm just gonna kind of clean up the edge. I don't want it to get too far down the bronzer. Okay, next I'm gonna go in with my Milani bronzer. I'm gonna get some of that on this brush, and then I'm just gonna focus that in the same areas, but like a little bit more precise. Like this brush is slightly a little smaller than the other one, so it's gonna apply it just slightly a little bit more precise than that M513. Okay, then I'm going to go in with my NYX blush in taupe. And I'm just using that same Morphe M433. Just kind of patting it right there. And with this one, I'm not taking it like all the way over. I'm just focusing it more really just in the outer V. This product has gotten so dirty, so I apologize at how dirty it looks. If you're OCD about makeup products looking clean, you don't want to come to my makeup collection because they get dirty here. They get well loved and well used. I feel like I need to blend this out. Okay, And I think the reason why they get so dirty like this is because I have them in this makeup drawer like right in front of me. And sometimes I'll forget to close this drawer and then I go to do my makeup setting spray and then it falls on the products and puts like a film sort of on them. So yeah, we need to clean that. But I'm going to use my Milani Brow Fix Brow Kit in light. It's got like a nice frosty lid. And I'm going to go in with this highlight shade. And as y'all can tell, this is one of my very favorite highlights. Also, I have a few brow hairs that I need to tweeze, but just ignore those. And this is why I wanted to use that more white highlight, because it kind of like goes together. So if you were using a golden highlight on your face, you could probably just use the same highlight that you were using for your face for your brow bone. You could also do that, but I really love this product. So now I'm just using it in the inner corner, the inner corners of my eyes. So it's kind of just like whatever highlight you use on your face, use the same sort of tone for your brow bone highlight and inner corner. It's gonna tie it all together. Okay, and then also I'm gonna use the very bottom brown color in this kit. And I'm just using my Morphe M431 brush, just the pencil brush. And I'm applying this shade on my lower lash line at first. This is just gonna make things, help to make things look smoky. I feel like this step really makes the eyes look bronzy. Okay, now I'm going back with my Morphe M433. I got some more of that brown on this brush, or I guess I should say I got some of that brown on this brush because I haven't put any on there previously. And then I'm just gonna focus that right out here in the outer V. So, I mean, this eye look is so simple because you literally just use like I guess 4 makeup brushes, but I need my little sponge. Sometimes I feel like my eyeshadow gets too far down out there. And then I'm gonna go with one eyeshadow out of this palette, out of my Rosé in the Air. If you have another bronzer that's more of like a warm tone bronzer, you could just use that. Because the bronzers that I was using today are very neutral. My eye's twitching. Can you guys see that? Okay, stopped. Okay, but I'm just gonna grab a little bit of that because I want to warm my upper crease a little more. And just apply that right in the upper crease. And then I'm gonna take just a little bit of whatever was left on, well, I guess I'm gonna grab just a little bit more of that color and just kind of smoke it out down here. Oh, our bird friend's back. Can you hear him? Okay. And smoke that out. This is kind of optional, but I've been enjoying the way that this looks. So I'm just gonna take my Wet n Wild, trying to clean it off. Got some mascara on it. My Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Highlighter. And I'm gonna run some of this in my waterline. This just really helps to give you like a bright and awake like eye look. Like it helps to open up your eyes even more. I don't know, I've been enjoying using that. If you have oily skin, I recommend Make It Last by Milani or the Urban Decay All Nighter. I know this is high end, but for drugstore, I'd recommend Make It Last. I want my skin to look more dewy. So if you are dry and you want your skin to look dewy, I recommend the Flower Beauty Seal the Deal for drugstore, or if you want a more like high-end option, the VDL, which if I had to pick between these two, I would use the VDL because I do find that this one is a little bit more illuminating. But since we're doing drugstore today, I'm gonna use the Flower Beauty and I'm just gonna mist this on. Okay, I've shown you guys this little trick before, but sometimes I don't want like this area right here of my face to look shiny because it will emphasize my pores right there. So what I like to do is take the setting powder, and I use the little sponge that comes with it, and I get some of that powder on this sponge, and then I just press it in right there. And I don't know if you could see the difference between the two sides. And I think I might need to back my light down again because I had brightened it up whenever I was filming the eyeshadow part. But can you guys see the difference? I don't know, I just find that this looks a little better on the one side. Now I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes up. For my mascara, I'm just going to be using the Flower Beauty Warrior Princess Mascara. And I have been so in love with this mascara. It really does a good job of giving your lashes volume and length. Doesn't smudge, doesn't flake. It's really good. So I wanted to end my video again like I did in a few videos back. You guys really enjoyed me sharing one of my favorite scriptures with you guys. And I have so many scriptures that I absolutely love. And so I want to share those with you guys like at the end of videos. Okay, so the one that kind of spoke to me today and that I want to share with you guys is 1 Timothy 5:11. And I have it on my phone here. I always feel like I'm going to screw something up, so it's like I want to have it here where I can read it. But this verse is encourage one another and build each other up. And I think that we need to remember this, especially in this day and age when everybody is just like on the go and they're so rude and not thinking about other people. You know, just remember to build other people up around you, to be kind to other people, even when they're not kind to you. You know, turn the other cheek. Sometimes it's hard for me to do that. And I feel like when we're really in a rush, we just forget that. We forget to be kind to other people, to be considerate, and, you know, put yourself in their shoes. You don't really know what they might be going through. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoy that today. So encourage one another, build each other up, do that in the comments, do that here on YouTube, real life, you know. So yeah, I hope that you all have a great day today, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.